If you ever witness child treason, child marriage, domestic violence and other social protection issues, don't sit on the fence. Call a helpline and get victims that needed help. This is a new strategy developed by the Ministry of Gender and Social Protection to deal with social protection cases. The Gender and Social Protection Minister, Otiku Afisa-Jaba, at a meeting with faith-based organizations, stressed that the government cannot address issues bordering on social protection alone, and she's charging the public to get involved.
According to the Ghana Statistical Service, 2.2 million Ghanaians are extremely poor. These poor people struggle daily to eke out a living. Some are homeless and so sleep rough on the streets with their families. The Gender Ministry says it is concerned about the hopeless situation of the poor, so a helpline dubbed Hope Call Center has been launched for the vulnerable to report issues affecting them. So far, 426 calls have been received.
Extreme poverty and issues bordering on vulnerability cannot be addressed only by government. The Ghana Statistical Service identifies extreme poor to be 2.2 million as per the 2010 census, and it records that persons with disability are 737,743, and they are all living in their communities, and they either attend a particular church or a mosque, or they are worshiping in the traditional way. And so I'm challenging you to come on board to use the social protection to address the social inequalities amongst the vulnerable. The Helpline of Hope has two toll-free lines, 0800 800 800 and 0800 900 900. It is my desire that with your support, the Helpline of Hope call center will be the voice of the voiceless. It's a unique platform. Even if it's about human trafficking, they can report on the social issues, on domestic violence, on rape, on child labor, and child marriage, mental and psychological issues, suicide, financial assistance, legal aid, unemployment, ways to resolve various issues that affect us at the community level. Indeed, the call center, as at 19th June, received 426 calls, with 395 being addressed and 191 people calling back to give feedback on the status of their cases.
Otiku Afisa-Jaba also announced her ministry would set up 254 social protection committees throughout the country to identify and monitor social protection cases.
We will need to set up the social protection committees. We are late on that, and we have to do it giddy. And I would want the various members of the religious groups and the traditional rulers to be members of the committees. And that in the next 3 months, across the 260, now we have 254 districts, we must inaugurate the social protection committees. That is action that you can say we have put in place, and that those committees will be the task force and the watchdog in the community, and we'll expect you to send us reports on social protection. We are instituting an awards program this year for the best individuals and communities and institutions that ensure that our social protection targets are being met.
The Gender Minister added government can only protect the vulnerable if citizens and faith-based organizations collaborate effectively. The General Secretary of the Christian Council, Dr. Cyril Fayose, said faith-based organizations have shown by their track record that they are much more effective in applying resources towards social protection, and urged government to invest more.
Going forward, one of the things I really want to emphasize is that the churches, the faith-based organizations, the mosques, we know people who are really socially disadvantaged, who really need social protection. We know them. So the collaboration should not just be in terms of monitoring the implementation. It must be in terms of channeling resources through the faith-based organization to reach. We are the best channel because we know them, they are in our midst.
Time will certainly reveal whether these strategies announced by the ministry will improve social protection in Ghana.